If x and y are positive integers, what is the value of x into y? So we have a question, we have to find out the unique value of x into y here. Now the first statement says that the greatest common factor of x and y is 10. Now in number properties concept videos, there is a 9th video in which I have explained in detail what is the relationship between the multiplication of two numbers and their LCM and HCF. However, the first statement can simply be proved that it's not sufficient just because we have no information about the LCM, and the property that I was discussing is that LCM multiplied by HCF of any two numbers is always equal to the product of those two numbers. So this property is something that we should know whenever the question talks about the multiplication of two numbers in context of their LCM and HCF. Then this property is probably one of the things that it's going to expect from us. Now let's look at the first statement, which says that GCD of these two numbers x and y is equal to 10. Since LCM is missing, so we can say it's not sufficient. However, for data sufficiency question, it's really important for us to be able to prove that this statement is not sufficient, and we should have strong reasons to say that. So I'm going to prove it. I'm just taking a few cases. Let's say case 1 and case 2 are the cases in which I am taking the value of x as 10 and value of y as 20. That's case 1. Case 2 is x equal to 10 and y equal to 30. Both the cases are acceptable because the GCD of x and y in each of the case is 10. In the first case, x into y becomes 200, whereas in second case, x into y becomes 300, since we are not getting any unique value of x into y. Therefore, we can say that the first statement is not sufficient. Having said that, option A and option D can be eliminated at first. Now, let's quickly look at the second statement. The second statement says that LCM of two numbers x and y is equal to 180. Once again, because the HCF is missing here, so we can say that this statement is not sufficient. However, in order to prove that this statement is not sufficient, I'm going to take again a few cases, case 1 and case 2. So I have to take two cases for which the LCM should come 180. So in case 1, I can take the value of x is equal to 2 and value of y equal to 180. The LCM of these two numbers comes to be 180. The second case, I can take x equal to 6 and y equal to 180. In the first case, x into y becomes 360, whereas in the second case, x into y is not 360, it's actually 3 times of 360, so that becomes 1080 if my calculation goes right. So the second statement also can clearly be said that it's not sufficient to answer the question, and we can comfortably eliminate option D as well. Now comes an important step when we have to combine the two statements and see. But since we already have this property, so we should quickly understand that x into y should actually be equal to 10 multiplied by 180, because the HCF is 10 and LCM is 180. So now, using these two informations, we are sure that x into y has to be 1800. Therefore, together the statements are sufficient, and the answer becomes option C, which means statements together are sufficient, but neither statement alone is sufficient. I hope that helps. The most important part in this explanation was to bring out the cases which prove that the statements are not sufficient. So in a question like this, the statement would be considered not sufficient only if there is inconsistent value of the required result. I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching this video.